Beautiful.
No, my hair's not. Oh! Turn it one more time. Oh, come on, one more. One more. Go ahead, one more. Come on, Jay. You can do it by yourself. Come on, boy. Come on. Pull that cup. Come on, heat that thing. Ow! Come on, lift it up. Fly your strong as that. Come on, come on. Ow! This is fun.
You couldn't do that 11 times.
I don't think I can even do it once.
Okay, now right now.
Let's move those chairs.
We got more chairs, guys.
Mara, are you with us? How heavy is that? It's okay, Mara.
And now we're going to once again, taking up this position on the right side.
Alright, good job. No, but it was my turn. You should be carrying it.
That is really hard to
And as they come our conventions here in Sussex, Airshow,
He's coming today because the telephones rang all morning. They were worried about the weather. We told them it was clearing here. Some of them were still doubtful, but I expect the full crowd tomorrow. And again, I want
that's located right at the tower. And again, what I'd like to say to you people, the performance here have been outstanding. But I think we have to say that the commentary that you've been hearing from Larry Ruttis today, he's been going since 1 o'clock and doing one heck of a job. Please, a little round of applause for this gentleman. A great job he's been doing so far.
Well, thank you, Lou Caratera. I sure appreciate it. And I sure appreciate getting a break every once in a while, Lou, when you jump in there. And I'll tell you that I really envy you, my friend, because that was an outstanding ride and you had in the teeny-weeny airport, watching Roger Leonard land right on top of you. That had to be a thrill.
He's hanging his head.
Lou Caratera, thank you so much.
So let's do a little bit of a countdown. If I can have everybody help me out with this.
Okay,
let's
here we
count
go,
down
folks.
from 10.
Go ahead. Start them off, Lou.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Come on, crowd.
Help me out. 2, 1. Blast off. Here we go.
Oh my God.
There he goes.
He's airborne. Here he comes.
He is motoring. The Rocket Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rocket Man, Eric Scott.
Eric, beautiful flight, outstanding. Eric Scott, the Rocket Man.
And did you see how quickly he accelerated? After he lifted off and aimed that forward, he was smoking. And I mean that in every sense of the word, do I not? We certainly have to get one of those for the trunk of the car.
Absolutely. If there was ever a time when you want to say, kids, don't try this at home, that's the act right there. Eric Scott, the Rocket Man. Moving over to the show line. And you're going to see out behind the A180, or the AD with its wings forward. The R-26. That was, we're listening to some of the radio conversation here between our air boss, and our That is a fact that I used to fly with 4 of those engines, but that was on a great big Lockheed Constellation. 4 of them.
What's amazing is you'll notice that there's a tail hook on that, because originally that was a Navy plane, and then it was switched over to the Air Force.
It's marketed, this one particular one has the markings on it of an A1E Sky Raider, the Air Force version. It has Air Force markings, but it started its life as a Navy shipborne aircraft, an AD4, I think you said it was.
TBM pilot is on that from the 6 of Diamonds.
I sure do. That's Dan Damio from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Dan Damio flying that TBM. And Dan Damio is, of course, this aircraft is owned by Jeff Kleiman, who is also a pilot and president of Averex. A lot of you folks probably get the cockpit catalog. Well, the cockpit catalog is put out by Averex and by Jeff Kleiman, owner of the cockpit catalog. And he has, and I'm probably going to get this wrong, but the American Museum for the Preservation of Historic Aircraft. And we want to say a big personal thank you to Jeff Kleiman for starting the museum and for preserving and maintaining and taking up the last aircraft, taxing up the Bumblebee. The Bumblebee with its radial engine. The parade of the radials going on right here. All the warbirds. That's not exactly a war unless you consider pestilence and plague and the war on bugs and things that eat the crops, because that's primarily a crop dusting area. Yeah, hopper to be put in there of insecticides and other materials that's put out there in the field. I believe it's a Polish design aircraft with a Soviet design engine, or perhaps a Polish design radial engine on board, rotates the other direction as too.
Here you'll never get that many
So what
together
this just
again.
happens right on. And now another early warbird, a trainer, is exiting out. And I made the designation on that one, an N2S. And we mentioned before about the paint schemes. Well, that one is in the original silver, because as they were painting it, I think it was yellow color for the Navy. Finally,
The Antonov is stuck.
the folks at Stearman and at Boeing rather said, hey, look, we can't keep up the paint line in this
watch
thing.
out, watch
So
out,
we're going to
watch
give them to both of you in the solid silver base coat, and you decide what you want to do. You paint them. Well, this particular one is in the solid silver United States Navy colors. This is the designation on this airplane. Be flying for you, giving us just a little bit of history. Got some modern airplanes out there. The AN-2, 1987 vintage. That's probably Mike Michalski taking off in his Stearman. Of Lithuanian Airlines into the air. Rich taking off in the Bumblebee. Very functional aircraft. T6 Texan lumbering down the line. You want to hear some prop tips going supersonic. 600 horsepower in that north. R2800 in that. 1900 horsepower here, Lou. Boy, here we go. As they go by. Absolutely. Absolutely huge. I know as I taxi along sometimes in the 747, I'll look down at other aircraft like the 736. Just about lifting off. Same planes that came off aircraft carriers during the Second World War.
went a little bit longer than he would have if he was on an aircraft carrier.
Absolutely, just as they did when they took us a long, long way off, but we can still reach you with a bomber. That's Captain Bill Dodds in the FG-1 Corsair. I know a lot of you are probably saying, no, because it's built by Goodyear, and that makes it an FG-1 Corsair. Okay, Navy Stearman coming by. And actually, folks, what you're catching another airplane. What a parade we have. The TBM Avenger, the SNJ, and the Bumblebee. T6 Texan. The AT6. Yep, the AT6. Now, listen to the sound of this airplane as it comes by. This AT4. R3350, nice victory roll. You know, when that particular aircraft was taking off, they didn't have full throttle in there as they started their takeoff roll. The maximum speed on that Corsair is about 425 miles per hour. It cruises at about 240, and it lands at about 68 miles an hour. He had a lot of that 400 miles an hour coming by there, didn't he? He's back there that gets involved when you lift the nose up there. The twisted force wants to kick the nose off to the left if you want to put it in the right rudder. Now his bomb bay door is open. Well, these radial engines on these single-engine fighters have so much torque and airborne under full power until you had lots of speed and lots of rudder authority.
Oh, nice.
Well, I believe in North Africa they actually use B-25s as fighter and ground support planes.
Air to ground, air to mud mission, as the fighter pilots like to say.
Pictures from early morning.
Oh, she saw.
Of course, as with most fighter pilots, we're dealing with single-syllable words there. Just thought I'd add that. Matter. After that go-around, he pulled off to the left and
I know. I'm coming, I promise.
Well, our normal pattern is to the left, but we are working with the Air Force here, and our Air Force has been doing a great job. Larry, why don't you just mention his name?
Okay, he's got a clear and open runway this time. Besides, he's going to use every inch of the pavement. Not a bad idea.
He doesn't have to be contained. I know.
Oh, talk about a spot landing. I want to tell you, right up to the end of the displaced threshold and touch it down right on the white paint. Outstanding. He has decided to taxi clear of the runway so that our TBM Avenger has a nice clear runway to land on. No other aircraft on the runway. And here comes Dan Davio from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Citation jet pilot during the week, owner of a trucking line. Putting it right down on the numbers. Out there on short final approach.
That's
Taking
beautiful.
a great big look at those trees.
Say,
Saying, let's keep the birds in
Get
their
the Corsair.
nests. And the nests at this big FG-1 Corsair, and he is able to exit at the center of the runway.
what's a kick is when that plane gets on the race to crawl back in the tail. Right in the tail.
Out the T6.
Here. He painted houses. He put people's roofs on so
Here.
they save money. Behind
As
the
our two beautiful aircraft of the Mid-Atlantic
me.
Air Museum come by for their
Here, are
final
you-
pass.
have we done this?
Stripped to the waist in the field.
Help me out, Kier.
Putting it together.
What?
Then he told
The
me
B-25 called briefing time.
Smile.
And I took down telegraph wires.
said
and
smile.
Trying to move it from one place to
Kier,
another.
smile.
I mean, really, he had stories.
Kier.
Then he had never flown
Come on.
before, but it was another airplane.
Kier.
He flew it from Harrisburg.
Amy, make her
Particular
smile.
B-25
New
briefing
York
time.
State.
Assigned to
Here.
the 57th Bomb Wing of the
Kirsten.
340th Bomb Group.
Amy, make her turn to
489th
me.
Squadron. Yeah, it must have been harder than trying to remember your serial number. What squadron, what wing, what group. The aircraft served in North Africa and the Italian campaigns.
DC-3s were also...
As we saw on Operating Bomb Day, it has the original radio equipment on board and the original armor plating. And many of these parts, of course, they can't get any parts for these anymore. They have to be fabricated, original manufacture
Kier.
by the original plan.
Here.
To complete the restoration of The B-25J Mitchell bomber of the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum, the aircraft that they call Breaking Tide. And I mentioned it before, Lou, and I hope the folks will go over there and talk to the good folks of Mid-Atlantic Air Museum. If you have the skills to actually go up to Reading and participate in the restoration and maintenance of these aircraft, I'm sure they would love to talk to you and use your skills. But if you cannot, I hope that you will support them as I do. As a member of the Mid-Atlantic Air Museum, support them with your dollars year in and year out, and help in the maintenance and restoration of these flying museum pieces.
You got to remember, without our support, they won't be here for us to enjoy. Once they're gone, they're not going to be brought back, so we've got to keep them flying.
Absolutely, and I see the R4D is out on the downwind. Landing gear down, wing flaps extended down the trailing edge of the wing. A little bit of power coming on right now to correct the sink rate. Flying it right on.
And watch how quickly he stops. We'll make a right turn on the highway and go right into town. Oh no, it looks like he's going to make it before he gets
Probably going to make it. Yeah, I think he's going to do that, but getting that nose wheel down quickly and easing on those brakes.
See the white markings? That's where you're supposed to be landing, on those white markings right there, on the runway. That's where you're supposed to touch down.
Well, all of this has been coordinated very well. You can notice that the spacing on the planes, all the communications that are going on. I certainly think we have to thank our air boss who's been handling this really well.
I think you ought to have a round of applause, don't you, Lou Caratero?
This is the gentleman with the striped shirt standing right in front of us with the microphone, Mr. Andy Kropp.
I think that's Captain Russ Strine at the controls. Probably Pappy Strine, his father, flying as co-pilot for you in the B-25. Probably Jim Busateri is the captain of the R4.
For some of you who may be leaving at the moment, I noticed some movement in the crowd. If you would look around you, if there's any trash that is laying around behind you or alongside, please pick it up, put it in the trash receptacles that we have for not only garbage, but also for the recyclables. Wait until all the planes are free and clear from the taxiway, and then you'll be escorted across because the General Aviation Parade will be starting right afterwards.
Did you see the wings folded up on this big bag?
And when I get to 3, what I want you to do is look at your kids, okay? Call this kid check. This way we make sure we got everybody together. Don't have to have any lost parents or lost kids. So parents, let me see some hands out there. We got some parents here in the crowd. There we go, right over there. There's some more. Okay, brought the kids with you. This makes it a lot easier. If you get them at home, it's really tough to look at the kids when I count to 3. So here we go. We're going to do the kid check. Parents, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at the kids. That's good. Put the eyeball right on them. Take a look at them. Except maybe some of you can't do that. We get everybody back together again. What is the meeting place where we get all the parents and kids back together?
Well, I'd be looking at the smallest place here that's easiest for these little people to be able to see, and that would be Tower.
Oh, he's better than Jimmy Franklin. He's a pretty tall guy. Right there in the center. Okay, well, kids, that's the place to go to. Boy, I'll tell you, if you really don't, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Go to the table people that have the Sussex shirt on. It says staff. We hope you get a chance to take a look at that in commemoration of the rebirth of general aviation. Good luck, AOPA, and a big thank you to AOPA and EAA and all the other organizations that have gotten general aviation back in gear.
You can get a chance to have any of the free Snapple out there before Larry.
Boy, I'll bet all that free Snapple was gone very, very quickly at the beginning of the show today. We'll roll all the way around in this full motion simulator, and it's just like you're flying a P-51. It's an incredible experience, and I urge you to do that. Instead of getting out there on the highway right now, head on over to this M4 simulator. Lou, let's hear about it.
Boy, that thing is great. I did two out of the 4. I did the P-51 Mustang, and actually our assistant here who's been helping us out, Lucille, was with us. Lucille Parachese has been doing a great job all day long today. Flew with us yesterday and inverted all the way around. We had a great time. And then we also went in with the We were in there doing the jet intercept, which is
went in.
dogfight.
You went in.
Well, we won on that one.
Oh, you went inside.
We
and
went
got into the
in.
signal. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were
I
not
knew it was
shot down.
realistic, but I didn't think it was that realistic.
Well, there's our C-47 on final. Looks like it's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles out.
I didn't know there was one of those.
Should be touching down probably in less than a minute.
How long is that?
Okay, he's on a long final approach right now. He's coming in to set up for his landing momentarily. So we'll make sure we keep the land at 140. Well, he taxis in at 140. Looking good.
Oh, smooth touch.
Just kissing it on and gently flying that tail.
And now that they're still being manufactured the same way, and they still perform quite well.
They sure are. An amazing, amazing airplane. Well, folks, you heard Lou mention it before. If you are going to leave the place where you're sitting watching the show right now, and you're going to be moving on down across the spectator area, if you see any papers or trash on the ground, please help us keep the airport clean. How about reaching down, picking up those paper cups, napkins, and paper plates and what have you, and please deposit them in any of the many trash barrels that we have set up throughout the spectator area. Please help us keep the airport nice and clean. We'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, even if your neighbor wasn't as courteous as you are, please just kind of pick that paper up, deposit it in the trash can, and it certainly is appreciated by all the people that are here at Sussex Airport.
If you're going to move over to the aircraft that are on static display and take a good close look at them, we remind you, please, no smoking whatsoever near any of the aircraft on static display. And please don't climb around on the aircraft. Many of them are fabric covered and very, very fragile. All of them have volatile fuels in the fuel tank, so please be very, very careful with them, and no smoking whatsoever near any of the aircraft.
Well, a lot of these pilots treat their planes exactly like you treat your car. They want to be very, very careful about who touches them. And because the fabrics and the skins are so thin, what you think may be just a light touch could cause a little bit of damage. So go over, take a look at them, talk to the pilots, but please, as Larry said, don't touch the plane.
He's up in the cockpit. He's up in the cockpit, too. Where's all our stuff?
What? Like what?
Pilot?
Very well, yeah.
What's the chance of you taking inside one of those?
Not very good.
Well,
That was neat.